Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Cynical Cinema with Jacob and Emma. I am Jacob.
And I'm Emma.
And we finally figured out a name.
Heck yeah, we did.
I know I said last week, or I guess yesterday? I don't know. We released the first episode not on Sunday, even though we said we were going to release things on Sunday.
Yes.
Because I was just too eager.
I was too eager.
Name that movie.
Name that movie.
But this one will be released on Sunday. But we finally figured out a name. Cynical Cinema, Jacob and Emma. We got an awesome logo and cover art made by my girlfriend Tabitha.
A queen.
Super talented. Worked her Photoshop magic for that one. It looks great.
Yes.
We're super happy with that.
Thank you, Tabs.
Yes, thank you, Tabs. But anyway, to move on, this week we will be watching SPF 18.
Oh boy. I'm so excited.
Know nothing of this film. I don't even know who the main character is. I am reading it right now, and it says Noah Centineo, and I know absolutely nothing about this man except for two things: thick neck.
Yep.
That's also stuff that I've heard.
Yes.
So it's not even like things that I've like seen of him and been like, oh yeah,
right.
He's got a thick. I've just heard people say, oh yeah, Noah Centineo, thick neck. I'm like, ooh, this sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah. Well,
no, okay. Well, that's the only thing I know about him. So can you explain who Noah Centineo is to the person who doesn't know? Because like me, I don't know.
I am the resident Noah Centineo expert on this podcast and in most situations, I think.
Are you proud of that?
No, I'm actually not.
Okay.
I'm really not proud of that.
You shouldn't be.
I know. To put it into words is hard because Noah Centineo cannot be defined.
Don't worry, I have his IMDb up right here.
By mere words in the English language. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, he's on the Fosters?
Yeah, he fun fact about this.
Okay.
He took over for Jake T. Austin, who was Max on Wizards of Waverly Place. He ended up playing his same character, and there was no explanation. There was no explanation for them switching out the character, the actors who played the characters. They
pulled That 70s Show with
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So no explanation. They were just like, oh, yep, this is the same person.
No, I personally never seen the Fosters, but from what everyone has told me, that is what happened.
Oh, well, okay, so now we're just lying to our audience.
It's not a lie. It's true. It's true. Look it up. So I guess you could say that Noah Centineo, he's come a long way. He was on the Fosters, which I think was one of his like earliest roles.
Probably. I mean, it's probably, if not earliest roles, I'd say it has to be like a somewhat of a breakout role, right?
But one of
I'm going back.
He was on Austin and Alley. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Because he took over for Jake T. Austin.
No.
It all comes full circle.
No, that's not
the same person.
That's wrong. Completely wrong.
But it's Disney.
Yes.
And Disney is everything. We pray to you, Mickey.
Yes. That's terrifying, but okay.
All hail Walt Disney.
All hail my boy in the cryogenic chamber right now. Sorry, don't come after me.
I was so hoping you were going to say something about that. I was so hoping you were going to say something about that.
Don't come after me, Walt Disney. I love you. I love your work.
So, wait, we're talking about him in the Fosters, right?
Yeah, he was also on Austin Alley. But
I miss it on his...
He was definitely in the Fosters.
Maybe because the Fosters is still relevant. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was in it since 2015. His first big role. Austin and Alley. Okay.
But
oh wait, he's also a producer, writer, director, and yeah. Just so you know.
Oh damn. So I guess the way that I could describe Noah Centineo, there isn't really any other way for me to describe him other than reading some of his beautiful tweets.
Ooh, let's take it down to a new section we like to call Tweet Corner with Noah Centineo. It will only happen this episode, but it's a new section.
If we watch another Noah Centineo movie, which is possible.
This podcast is now only Noah Centineo. It's
Noah
only
Centineo,
him.
If you're listening to this right now.
Why?
Thank you.
Don't you have a career?
Don't you have something else to do?
Like a career or maybe a good movie?
Ooh, okay. So one of my favorites, I'm going to start off with one of my favorites here. It just says, and I quote, "Had a dream about a car accident last night. That's the whole tweet. That's
the whole.
That's
tweet.
The whole
I was expecting a lot more.
That's the whole tweet. So
read one
that's
more.
a little random. That's
Read me one more.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick a good one here,
just so I can get a full idea of who this
guy is.
Because
okay.
I only need 2 tweets. I now know about his dreams.
All right,
which says a lot about him.
All right, here we go. Just because we've learned to count to 4 does not mean we can understand infinity.
What?
and that, my friends, is the most powerful mind of this generation.
No. Elon Musk, move over.
Boo, Elon Musk.
Steve Jobs is dead.
Noah Centineo is alive.
Is alive and well, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So there's
okay,
kind of his little personality for you.
Gee, thank you.
He was also in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and I've enjoyed both of those movies. They're pretty.
Is enjoy the right word?
It's.
Are you sure?
They weren't as bad as like probably what we're about to watch. It was like me setting aside kind of how cheesy it was to be like, oh, cute romantic comedy.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get into the meat.
Yes. So now that we know, now that we are all aware of who Noah Centineo is and his place in our lives and in our heart,
love you, Noah.
Go ahead and read for me the synopsis of the movie. Let me know what it's about.
Okay.
Let me know what it's about.
Here we go.
I know nothing. We did watch the trailer.
Yes, we did.
So before we get to predictions later, we do have to let you know we did watch the trailer.
Yes.
It explains nothing.
No, I was very confused.
Explains absolutely. For Circus Island last week, I was like, oh, I get it. There's an island and they do circus tricks. This one, I'm like, thick neck, beach, surfing.
I feel like
that's it.
That's all I got. He was like younger-ish. This is like 3 years ago.
This is 3 years ago, Emma.
The neck was a little bit skinnier.
Are you really?
He has a thicker neck now.
I'm
not hating on our boy. I'm just saying he's got a thick neck. And I was discussing this with one of my friends the other day, and we were saying like if you tried to like put your arms or your hands around his neck,
God, I want to do it so bad.
I don't think you'd be able to choke him. You know what I mean?
Do you hear that, Noah Centineo? This is a threat.
No, it's not.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not. But it is.
Okay.
It is a threat.
No,
it's not a threat.
I love you, Noah. No, I don't. I actually don't.
That's funny. We should measure everyone's necks by strangulation possibility.
I just think that like if you went to strangle him, he could like twist his head and break your hand.
Whoa, it's that powerful.
It's that powerful. All right, sorry, I've gone on a tangent.
No, we've been going on lots of tangents today, but I think that's the point.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway,
ready for this?
Please read me the synopsis of SPF 18.
All right, here we go.
2017.
When you grow up in LA, real life and the movies can get a little mixed up. 18-year-old Penny Cooper spent years pining for high school heartthrob Johnny Sanders Jr. before his father's tragic death brought them closer together.
Johnny Sanders Sr.
Stop it.
I had to do it. I am sorry.
It was good. When a mysterious country musician Ash Baker comes to town, Penny is torn. Sandwiched between her free-spirited cousin Camilla and self-absorbed mother, Penny turns to her camera for answers.
Oh, wait.
Because sometimes things feel more real on video than they do in real life. This
is one of those movies where she's like a vlogger?
Oh, I hope so.
I didn't expect that, and now I am excited.
The funny thing is that we didn't get any of this from the trailer.
The funny thing is that the trailer that we watched was 1 minute and 19 seconds long.
On the conservative side for a trailer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, short.
Oh, I don't know what conservative means. Again,
short.
Didn't go to college.
Okay.
No, I know. Last 10 seconds are the title card. First 10 seconds are also title cards. So there's like a minute of this that actually tells us what's going on. Yeah. And all of it is just cool and nice pictures and video of the beach. Mm-hmm. And then Noah Centineo.
Also, there was one scene because there's going to be there's obviously going to be a love triangle in this movie.
That's advertised in the plot.
Of course, yeah.
The description and of the synopsis. We know that.
I think it's important to note that one of the scenes that's shown in the trailer is Noah Centineo, and he's like kissing like this girl or something, and the girl's like, "I'm a virgin," and he goes, "Okay."
And I lean over to her at that point, and I just go, "Okay," like
Okay.
Chad from SNL,
Our
played
boy
by
Pete
Pete
Davidson.
Davidson. So I just really hope that Noah Centineo's character in this movie just acts like Chad the whole time.
I would be so happy if that happened.
The girl character runs up and is like, "Noah, I have to choose between," because his name is Noah too in the movie. It's not.
It's not.
But I'm assuming that it will be.
Yeah.
Because people just can't write
Right.
nowadays. They're just like, I just use his name. But imagine she runs up and is like, "Noah, I have to choose between you and the singer-songwriter, country songwriter. I don't know what they do." And he's just like,
Okay.
"Oh, okay, sure."
Oh
You don't get it.
You
no.
don't know.
I hope that's what happens.
I hope too. Also, it's funny because at the end of this trailer, it's like it's showing what music in this movie,
Thank you for bringing this up because I was about to say
and
this.
it says featuring music by Fleetwood Mac, The Bugles, The Cars, like Yaz, Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, and it's like, yeah, thank you for paying the royalties.
Thank
for
you for
those
purchasing the
songs?
ability to use this song. I would understand if it's like new music from these people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there is no fucking way
That
Fleetwood Mac got back together
that's funny.
to write a new song for SPF 18
baby.
just for you, Noah.
Just for you.
Just for the neck. Just for the neck, baby.
We love you.
Good Lord.
Oh,
All right,
gosh,
so we got
okay.
the synopsis out of the way. Now let's go to some reviews. Now the first review that I saw of this was the very first and top comment on YouTube for the trailer that says, "As much as I love Noah Centineo, I couldn't do this to myself. This movie is just so bad. The plot, the lines, the acting, everything is weird. I gave up on it after 20 minutes. And I can tell you, Nolly 2013, we will not be giving up on this film.
We will not give up on
we
you,
will
Noah.
watch this entire thing. And also, this is one of the comments that made me change my mind about this film.
Oh yeah, because at first
we watched the trailer for this, and I was like,
Yeah.
it just looks boring.
right,
I don't
not
really know if I
fun
want
to
to watch
comment
this.
on.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
I don't know. And then I read this, and I was like, oh shit.
I was like, let's go.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
The next one is gonna be from IMDb, which is just a gold mine.
Love it.
Gold mine. And it's by Lauren Argento from 25th of August, 2018.
Sargento?
No.
As in Sargento
I
cheese?
really do want cheese right now, though. We just bought so much cheese, like the other day, too.
It's horrible.
Like, almost a criminal amount. So now I'm excited to eat that. Anyway,
Delicious.
we don't have to talk about cheese. Now I'm getting hungry.
Jeez.
Anyway, Laura Sargento, 1 star out of 10. It is titled "Do Not Waste Your Time."
Oh, you best believe we're going to be wasting
I
our
will
time
be
on this
wasting
movie.
all of my time on this movie. It says, "I watched this movie just to see Noah Centineo's perfect face and beautiful eyes, but I was then met with the worst movie to ever exist." First of all,
Yes.
the movie made no sense. There was like 6 different plot lines, and I truly didn't understand any of their relationships. The acting sucked, and the only good thing was the view of the beach. Also, the movie just made no sense all around, and I would never recommend this to a friend. This movie should be deleted from everywhere. However, I still love you, Noah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
how
The
both
loyalty.
reviews the loyalty to Noah Centineo and the neck.
He
is
has
insane.
an army. He has an army of fans.
Oh my God.
Like
Is that what it's
people
called
love
too?
this guy. No. I'm just coining that term. I'm gonna coin the term neck army. I'm so
It's
sorry,
gonna be
Noah.
so loud
I'm
in the mic.
So sorry.
Oh my God. The neck army.
The neck army.
Unstoppable.
The neck. What if it's just called the neck?
Oh, I like that better.
The neck.
The neck. Join the neck today. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Okay. We're going to read one more full review, and then I'm just going to read a couple of the titles of it because for some reason, all of these reviews are like several paragraphs
And
long.
I think
And I'm
that's
glad.
amazing.
I'm glad. I'm glad
Yeah.
people are taking to the internet to
Bash this
join
film.
together and destroy this film. Yes.
All right.
This one is worst movie ever. 1 star. What? 1 star. One star. Worst movie ever, 1 star, by Angel Triplet 41. This is from June 9th, 2018. I'm pretty sure this movie was written by a 13-year-old girl with rich parents who could bankroll the entire thing. The parents must have had some horrible dirt on Keanu, who Keanu Reeves is in this movie as himself.
Also, I feel like we kind of introduced that not in like a big deal. This is a big deal. Keanu Reeves, people.
Hey, man.
National treasure.
Literally whatever the fuck he wants, and I will support
amazing.
him. Do you understand that right now?
That's a beautiful man.
He could kick a puppy into a freeway full of traffic, and I'd be like,
yeah.
He has his reasons.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, they're making the new Matrix. He's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, he's got to do.
He's got to pay the bills.
Wow.
He's got to pay the bills.
So apparently Keanu's in this movie.
So yes, Keanu was in this movie.
Yeah.
The rest of the sentence is, the parents must have had some horrible dirt on Keanu, Goldie Hawn, and Rosanna Arquette. I do not know who that last person is, but I know who Goldie Hawn is.
I know who Patricia Arquette is. I don't know if there's any relation. I don't know.
I don't even know who that is. But anyway, the parents must have had some horrible dirt on those
Patricia
people.
Patricia Arquette's a real person.
You're thinking of Will Arnett.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of.
You were close.
I'm about to prove you right now.
Okay, but I'm going to finish reading this first.
Okay.
Parents must have had some horrible dirt on these people in order to get them to be in this huge pile of garbage. The whole thing made me angry, and I don't even know who to be most angry at. The writers, director, or the poor unfortunate souls who had to perform in this train wreck. If that is not a riveting review that wants to make me watch this movie, I don't know what is.
So excited.
Now,
also, sorry, Patricia Arquette is a real person. This is her.
Who is she? She kind of looks like Jennifer Aniston
and Christina Applegate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're following along with us.
Or no,
Kristen Bell?
Yes, Kristen Bell.
A little bit.
Kristen Bell. That's what I was going to say. Kristen Bell, my queen.
Rosanna Arquette is her sister.
Oh, okay.
Also, David Arquette.
David Archuleta?
No.
From
American
Hannah
Idol?
Montana?
Oh.
No, he's in an episode of Hannah Montana.
I know he's in an episode of Hannah Montana.
We watched it. He plays himself. He calls Hannah Montana. Hey, Hannah, it's David Archuleta. And she's just like,
oh my gosh.
Dude.
David Arquette is the dad in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No!
Yes.
No fucking way.
Yes, look.
This does not ring a bell at
I'm
all.
so sorry. It's just a generic white man, but...
You mean in the beginning when they get sucked away by a fucking tornado?
Yes.
Or is that at the end?
No. That's at the beginning and they come back.
Oh my
later.
God. Oh my God.
So
I'm having the weirdest
family,
memories right now.
This family has a range. You know what I mean?
They're very talented people. Very talented people indeed.
We can tell.
So...
All right, sorry.
To go over... No, I love it. To go over a couple more of these titles... The worst movie ever made, and I wish I was kidding. It was not the actors that made the movie bad. It was the movie itself. This one is Hidden Cringe Gem, and it gives it 10 out of 10 stars.
That.
I think this is gonna be us.
I'm so sorry to yell into the mic, but 10 out of 10.
And then my personal favorite one. Actually, I got 3 more. I'll do my personal favorite one last. I got 10 out of 10. I clapped when I saw Keanu Reeves. So will we. We will stand and clap.
Yes.
Then I got the only good part is that I won't be able to see worse than this movie.
I like that.
Okay, I got another one. My eyes are bleeding. And then my favorite one, my absolute favorite one, SPF 18 made me not to wear... let me start over because I got to get this right.
Okay.
SPF 18 made me not want to wear SPF. In fact, it made me want skin cancer.
Oh my... Wow. Has a film ever made you want skin cancer?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But in like a good way.
I'm so
just
sorry.
Kidding.
Vulgar language.
I love Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah,
we should watch that on this podcast, but just revere it.
You cannot.
Just revere
I was gonna say you cannot tell me that movie is bad. Of course it's bad.
You're telling me?
Of course it's bad.
But
the
it's Dream
so
song.
Good. It's so good.
What you know about the Dream song?
What you know about
dream.
It's like close your eyes, something.
Shut your mouth.
Good night.
I don't know.
No idea. I'm so sorry.
You ruined my dream journal. I did not, Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled.
Anyway. And Mr. Electric is George Lopez. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, first of all, Who hasn't seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl? If you haven't seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl, forget SPF 18. Who fucking cares? Watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Right.
It will change your life.
It literally will.
Spy Kids? Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Oh,
Anyway.
boy. Okay. Well, let's get back on track here.
Yes. So we got through the reviews. Now let's get to our predictions.
All right. I'm
gonna let you go first again, ladies.
Okay.
First.
Thank you.
Let's go plot first. Give me a couple plot points.
All right. So part of this that I got from the trailer that wasn't really actually in the synopsis was that since they're in, I guess, Malibu.
They are in Malibu. It takes place in LA.
Yeah.
Malibu.
Since they're in Malibu and they know like celebrities and stuff, there's going to be a love triangle with an overage celebrity.
You don't think it's Keanu, do you?
I mean, it might be.
I'm gonna be really uncomfortable. It's Keanu.
I don't. Actually, I was thinking it was gonna be like an older woman.
Oh,
with like, but it might be Keanu.
No, that would be so much better.
I hope it's not Keanu. That just turned dark really quick. But like, I've seen that as a plot point in a movie before, where it's like an older lady with like a younger guy and
two younger guys, and they're both competing for her.
I don't like that.
So
I don't like to see that.
Noah Centineo, the neck, is with another character is going to be in some sort of love triangle.
Possibly.
Okay. Well, again, these are predictions.
These are predictions. Who knows? I think there's going to be some sort of performance or showcase at the end, similar to
like Circus
similar
Island.
to Circus Island. It's gonna be some sort of.
Oh, okay. So you think because
they're not gonna have to like save the circus, save the island, or
we have to save Malibu Beach.
We have to save Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's being held hostage. He's being held hostage, and he's like, guys.
He's like, oh my god.
You have to put on a concert to save me.
Is that what he sounds like?
Do you not know what Keanu Reeves sounds like?
Not really.
Are you even a Keanu Reeves fan?
I'm a fan of his face.
What?
He looks good.
Go watch John Wick 3 and come back to me.
Oh my gosh. I've seen John Wick.
Dude, John Wick 3 is so good. Like I'm not used like story-wise, I do not care about what's happening.
Yeah.
As far as action goes,
right.
Probably one of the best action movies I've seen.
Damn, okay.
Super impressive.
I just remember I watched a John Wick in which like a puppy dies.
Yeah, that's the main plot of the first movie is that his puppy gets killed, and the entire movie he's taking revenge on the people who killed his puppy.
That's not real.
No, I swear to God, that's how the movie is.
Really? Seriously? I don't remember the plot. I just remember like the puppy dying, and I was really sad about it, and then he was sad about it, and he started murdering people, and I was like, yeah.
You literally just explained the plot.
I didn't
literally
know that
just
was
told
the main
you
plot. Okay.
No. Okay.
Whatever.
Anyway, so
sorry.
Back to SPF 18. We're really just doing anything we can to avoid this movie, which makes me more excited to watch
sorry.
it. So anyway, okay.
Okay, and then my last plot point. So that was two. My last one is that Noah Centineo is going to cheat on someone.
No. You think he would do that?
I think he would.
You're lying.
No,
Noah would never.
He's a player.
He would never do that.
He's a player.
He wouldn't do that to Penny.
Penny? Peggy?
Penny? Hang on. He would never do that to 18-year-old Penny Cooper.
Okay, Penny Cooper.
Or maybe he would. I don't
maybe he
know.
would. Okay. Okay. So what are your plots?
All right.
Plot predictions.
We will see Noah Centineo's ass cheeks.
No, are you serious? Really? You think?
This isn't a prediction. This is a demand. This is a demand.
Oh my god.
This is a demand.
Wow, okay.
And that's it.
That's the only plot point you have.
No, I wrote down two more. So yeah, I do think we will see Noah Centineo's butt cheeks.
Scary. Okay.
Butt cheeks.
All right.
If not his,
someone.
some male's butt
and
cheeks.
I'm gonna call it right now. When we see those butt cheeks, I hate that word.
Supple.
Oh my god. Get out.
Sorry.
Get out.
No.
Get out.
No.
What when we see them, it's gonna be like a tan line situation. So it's gonna be like
right,
just really white booty cheeks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or if it's like not a white person, it's gonna be lighter. Like you know what I mean? It's just
skin.
gonna there's gonna be a tan line.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a tan line. Yeah.
My next one is Penny Cooper will choose neither of the guys.
Oh, interesting
because she's
take.
an independent woman and
Oh.
she doesn't need no fucking man.
Queen.
Even though in the logline or in the synopsis it says, spent years pining for high school heartthrob Johnny Sanders.
Junior.
Junior, sorry, senior is dead. Senior is dead as fuck. What, is that High School Musical downstairs? What is?
I think it's The Little Mermaid.
Okay, I'm gonna have to tell Tabitha to close her door.
No, I like it.
I mean, okay,
Okay.
sure. So I also think that there is going to be a double date happening,
Oh.
but it's
the
not a
same
double.
time? You
Hit the nail right on the head.
That's amazing.
It's not going to be a double date with two couples. It's going to be the girl is on a date with Noah Centineo, right?
Yes.
Then she's like, "Oh my god, I scheduled a date at the exact same time with the singer," but like it's one of those situations where like she asked for a date from Noah Centineo or something, and he said no, or he was just like, "I can't make it. Like I'll let you know." And then the other guy comes up and is like, "Are you free tomorrow?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." But then, excuse me, I can't not burp on this
in
podcast.
the mic. Yeah.
Noah Centineo comes back and is like, "You know what? I can make it. I'll pick you up at 8." And then she has to try to go on both dates at the same time.
That's a really good prediction.
I know.
think that
I'm
will
proud of this one.
really happen.
I also think this will happen. Okay, what do you got for quotes?
All right, I'm going to get into this as I did last time.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do. Ready yourself.
All right, here we go. Someone's going to say, I'm assuming it's going to be either the main girl or her cousin.
Is she? Okay. Yeah.
She's going to say, "This was the best summer ever, you guys."
Yeah, no, that's probably
Yes,
what
it's probably going to happen.
If that doesn't happen, I'll be surprised.
I'm
Although
mad.
I was surprised last week when no one ever said Big Top.
Dude, I was so disappointed when that happened.
So who knows?
Who knows?
But it probably will be said.
I'm hoping.
This is gonna be the best summer ever.
This was the best
I'm
summer
sorry.
ever.
Well, maybe someone will
Maybe
say,
someone will say that.
This is gonna be the best summer ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next one that I have is it's gonna be from one of the guys because we got the love triangle situation going on.
Of course.
And she's gonna, this is kind of a plot point, but she I think she's gonna choose one of them, and then like he's not gonna be able to be with her. He's gonna be like, sorry, and then she's gonna go to the other guy, and the other guy's gonna say, "I don't want to be your second choice."
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I think that is something that is extremely cliche.
Oh,
and
for
something
sure.
that
For
could
sure.
100% happen in this film.
I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah.
And then my
Anything
last
else?
one is just if you sorry. If
No,
you
get
didn't
into
want to get burned, you should have worn sunblock.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Oh shit. No, that makes that makes perfect sense.
Something like that. I doubt that they're gonna drop SPF, but they might.
You should have put up because
You should have put on SPF 18.
No one also wouldn't protect you from the sun.
No.
18.
You need at least 30. Actually,
50.
no, that's not true.
50.
No.
100.
Fun fact that my mother told me
Thank you, Sarah.
is that anything after like I think SPF 35 or like 40 or something is like
Pointless.
yeah, but
it
I don't
doesn't
know
actually do
why.
anything?
Like I guess it actually doesn't do anything. I don't
Huh.
know. I don't really know. I'll have to ask her about that. Ask Sarah.
We should. Yeah. We'll ask her. Well, she'll text us
She'll text us.
just like how
Just
this week
like-
after the episode got released, we got like I said in last week's episode, we got a flurry of texts from my dad. Mm-hmm. Good old Jeff.
And he was like, "It's not Oscar connoisseur. I'm an Oscar historian." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Jeff, we respect you.
Jeff, we love you.
Jeff, we love you so much. Never do that again. This
This
a
is your
demand.
final warning.
This is a threat.
Okay.
So those are your only quotes?
Yes.
Okay. So I got 2.
Okay.
One is, "It's me or surfing."
Oh, that's like my quote from last week.
Exactly. I was trying to throw it back.
Thank you.
My next one and my only next one, I can only think of 2, is Keanu, your career will probably not be affected by this movie. It's gonna get really meta. It's gonna get really meta.
Wow.
Because you'd think
You really
him
think?
being in this movie would like ruin his career.
No one
but
knows that he's been in this movie.
100% won't, because not only no one knows he was in this movie.
Yeah.
But he's goddamn Keanu Reeves. It doesn't fucking matter.
Also, if you've never heard the theory that Keanu Reeves is immortal, you should look that up.
Oh, there are a lot of theories. A lot of theories about a lot of celebrities being immortal. He is definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you get when you're unproblematic in Hollywood.
And when
you just get to live forever.
This is what you get when you're a king.
You get to live forever. It's him and Paul Rudd.
Oh, love Paul Rudd.
Just fucking
love
just
Paul
perfect
Rudd.
Individuals.
So true.
They don't do anything wrong. Probably they've probably done some shit.
Let's not jinx that.
But let's knock on wood. That was the mic.
That was the mic. You idiot.
I'm sorry.
You idiot. You've doomed us all, and Keanu and Paul Rudd.
Anyway.
Okay.
Left field, and then let's watch this fucking.
All right, left field
thing.
predictions. If Noah Centineo is not seen at least 5 times with his shirt off, I will do 10 push-ups.
You do realize that this is a surfing movie, and it takes place in Malibu, and he's shirtless.
All right, hold
on.
I'm gonna change this.
Trailer.
I'm gonna change this.
Yeah.
If he's not seen with his shirt on for 5 times. Sorry, I just screamed in the mic 5 times. I think so. Less than 5. How should we do this?
Okay, I say if you should count the amount of times that he's in a scene. So not like cuts, because if you do cuts, it could cut back and forth.
Oh yeah. So
a scene. So in one location, if he has his shirt on, that counts as 1.
Okay.
If it's more than 10 times, you do
10 push-ups. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Makes sense?
That makes sense.
And then I would say every time after that, add 1 push-up.
All right.
So let's just say he's seen 10 times, you do 10. If he's seen 9 times, you do none.
Okay.
But if he's seen 11 times, you would do 11 and so on and so forth.
Okay. I'll agree to that. Just another thing that I think might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Ringwald is in this movie. Also, we forgot to mention. She's from
The
Breakfast Club. And
which,
from
if you
a bunch
seen the Breakfast
of
Club,
she's
see the
from
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's so good. She's from a bunch of those like 80s high school movies,
fast forward to 2017.
She's in this movie.
SPF 18.
Also, she's in Riverdale, which is interesting to me.
I haven't seen it. People like
garbage.
It's
really bad.
We can talk about that later.
I just think that there's going to be a reference to the Breakfast Club in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that she's going to do like the fist up thing? Like,
maybe not that, but something like
maybe they'll do the little dance where they're moving their feet back and forth.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just going to allude like to her, because every single time that she's in a movie that she's like an adult, they literally like reference Breakfast Club.
Do they really?
Or like Pretty in Pink or 16 Candles. Like they don't like reference it like directly, but they'll be like, you look familiar, or like something. I don't know. Like they do that. They do that.
So what you're saying is it's all an extended universe, like the Marvel movies.
Yes.
So what we're saying is right here on this podcast, 100% confirmed that SPF 18 is a sequel to The Breakfast Club.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I'm saying too.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
All right.
Really quickly.
Yes.
My left field thing is I still think there's going to be a fire. I still think there's going to be an explosion.
All right.
I don't actually think that. I just really want it to happen.
I think every week you'll just throw that out and we'll see what sticks.
Eventually, it will happen.
That's true.
Statistically, there are lots of explosions in movies. Eventually, it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we made it through everything.
All right.
Are we ready to subject ourselves to this?
Let's do it.
All right, ready? Let's watch that garbage. Woo! Butts. That's all we gotta say. I got what I wanted right off the bat. Fucking immediately.
I wouldn't say it's immediately.
Well, no, not immediately in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But we got butts.
We got one butt, actually.
We got butts.
We got one.
Yep. So.
Oh,
Jesus.
My goodness.
There's so much to unpack.
I'd like to start this off.
Please do, because I do not know what to say.
So, oh my goodness, you guys! It was like
all the reviews were correct. By the way.
They were so correct. They were
the
so
one
correct.
especially that says "Do not waste your time." We should have listened. That movie was an hour and 15 minutes,
which is short for a movie.
Which is it's very short for a movie.
But it felt like
that is like the bare minimum of
It's
feature
not
film.
even though.
I
Like
don't even know if it is.
an hour 30. I think
That's typically right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Felt like an eternity
Yeah, literally.
until the end when things started to wrap up, and then I was like, oh
And I
my
was
god,
like-
I feel like I've been watching this for 10 minutes
Right.
because everything was so disjointed.
Because spoiler alert, there is no plot to this movie.
Yeah,
There's no plot.
It's like, well, I mean, there's two sides of it. There's either no plot or there's like 5 or 6 plots.
There are 5 or 6 plots that don't make sense and don't resolve. Therefore, there is no plot.
Or they do resolve immediately after they're presented as a
And
plot.
it's like, why?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but say whatever you're going to say.
We
Sorry.
begin with the opening, and it's narrated by Goldie Hawn. I don't know how
Right.
she got this gig, but it's
I mean,
it's narrated by
Keanu
her.
Reeves is in this. Pamela Anderson's in this. They
Yeah.
clearly were just like, hey, come in for a day and do some voiceover
literally.
lines and do like 3 lines and we'll give you like 10 grand. And they were like, sure.
We could.
That's why they're
I
in
mean,
this.
we're probably going to get to this at the end, but Keanu actually shows up. Like I thought he was.
does.
I thought he was just going to be in like photos and talked
Yeah.
about. No,
Yeah.
Keanu himself
Mm-hmm.
shows up in this movie, and it's amazing.
And he's beautiful.
He is
He's as
a glorious
beautiful
man.
as ever.
He's-
So yeah,
yes.
beginning of the movie
Okay.
is her narrating exactly what the log line, or not the log line, the synopsis of the movie. I guess, is it the synopsis? I thought the synopsis was like the whole plot.
No, it's
Description?
basically what I read.
Whatever.
Whatever I read, that was what
everything
she said.
that Emma read in the beginning is what she said, almost verbatim.
It was shocking how, like, exact it was.
Yeah, so she says exactly that, and then it goes into this, like, honestly, pretty fucking cool opening.
It was
Had
kind of cool.
Absolutely nothing to do with the movie at all.
Well,
Well, okay, I guess okay.
we'll get to this
it
later.
comes
We'll
back
get to it later.
later, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's like an animated, like, sci-fi 80s synth vaporwave,
Like video game.
right, like
It was cool. Like
animation intro, and I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. Like, I wonder who made this. It says at the end,
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but it was
some
like,
sort of animation group.
yeah, some animation group, animation studio or something, and it was really cool.
It was.
I was like,
It
oh
was.
shit, this movie's gonna be really quirky, maybe, like it's gonna have a specific vibe to it. And then we got into it, and I was like, oh nope,
It's
they
like, no,
spent
it's just
their
bad
entire budget
on
on
that
this one opening.
sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just keep. I don't even know what fucking happens.
So,
just explain the plot. And
Yeah, so we get back from the cool little sequence thing, and then we have some girls talking, and it's our main girl, Penny.
Penny,
And she's talking
Cooper.
about how she was dating Johnny, who is played by our boy, thick neck Noah Centineo.
the neck.
The neck. I'm just gonna call. No. I'm calling him Noah.
Just call him
I'll
Noah.
I'll
Just-
give him. Yeah, I'll give him that.
He has
So
a name.
Je-
Okay, it's not neck.
so Penny dated Noah Centineo, and they're talking, and she's like, I don't.
That's so loud.
I don't like
Please
that.
stop. Please stop. Good Lord, we had to cut that. That was intense. That was
That
like
was
a jump
intense.
scare.
It was.
That was
I didn't
literally
like
like a
that.
jump
It
scare.
was so
I would say
scary.
it was better than the fire alarm.
Yeah, it was.
There's something always going wrong. Again, flying by the seat of our pants here.
There we go.
Technical, whatever.
All right.
Anyway, please continue.
Anyway, so the two girls are talking about Noah Centineo.
Mm-hmm.
Then
The neck.
we find out that Noah Centineo's dad has passed away, and
He did. Johnny Sr.
with through a surfing accident,
Mhm.
and so in a
Surf's up.
gesture to
Surf's up. Shia LaBeouf.
anyway, as a gesture, Keanu Reeves decides to allow Noah Centineo and his friends to stay at his beach house for the summer while he films somewhere.
Because Keanu Reeves is Johnny Sr.'s friend,
Yes.
which they don't explain until like 35, 40 minutes into the movie.
And they're like, oh yeah,
so
they're
all of a
friends.
sudden,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I guess he's staying at Keanu Reeves' house for no reason. And then
Right.
eventually you find out, which makes sense. But at the same time, I'm like, I would like to know now.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm very confused. Do you think Do you think like Martin Short will come up to me someday and be like, "Hey, can you watch my house?" I'll be like, "This is what people do." Yes.
Martin Short. That's so random.
It was the first name that popped into my head.
Hey,
I do not know
Martin
who that
Short's
is.
pretty cool.
Was he?
He's a pretty cool dude.
Was he the guy in?
He was in the Santa
Hobbit?
Claus 3. No, that's actually not him. That is someone else I'm thinking of. I can't remember his name right now.
He was in the Santa Claus 3. He's Jack
no,
Frost.
No. That's not Martin Short.
Wait, I'm so
I'm
confused
so
now.
confused too. Hold on. That's not Martin Short.
But anyway, okay, look up Martin Short. I'm super confused now.
Everyone listening to this podcast is probably like, you fucking idiots. Like,
Who the fuck knows who Martin Short is?
I would normally know. Oh, no. We're thinking of, okay. I was right. We're thinking of Martin Short. Oh, hold on.
I'm thinking of Martin Short.
No, hold on. Martin Short.
You're telling me that
Martin Short, that was right. He was in the Santa Claus 3. We're thinking of
Who plays Jack Frost in Santa Claus 3?
Martin Short.
That's what I just fucking said. You said I was wrong.
No. Well, I said you were wrong at first because I was thinking of, you were like, oh, that's the guy from The Hobbit. And I was like, no. And then I forgot what his name was.
Fuck you. Making me sound wrong. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
Keanu Reeves is like, watch my house. Noah Centineo is like, okay, cool. And then he invites the girl over. He invites Penny over because they're dating. Although, are they dating?
It's
because
very
several times throughout the movie they're like boyfriend, girlfriend, but then other times you're like, wait,
literally
they just cheated on each other. So like, do they not care?
She
I don't
literally
get it.
This entire movie, she like is so, oh my gosh, she's like, oh well, like I'm with him, but like not really. And
but you are.
But you like you
but
are.
you are though.
Oh my gosh, it was just a whole mess. Like, oh my god. It's Martin Freeman who's in The Hobbit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, a different Martin.
Yeah, different Martin.
Different Martin.
That's why I got confused. And they look similar. They look similar.
Martin Short is the guy in Santa Claus 3.
Yes.
But he's also the guy in The Three Amigos.
Yes.
With
Chevy Chase.
And Steve
Martin. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're thinking of yes. Okay, yeah.
That's the right guy.
Because the other Martin, what was his name?
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
He's in Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah, he's in Black Panther.
He's the white guy.
MCU Marvel.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sorry. It's so easy to get distracted from talking about this movie because it just makes
isn't a movie.
Absolutely no sense.
It's not a movie.
It's so. I wrote down this quote that I said during the movie. This movie is so confusing. It's like a jigsaw puzzle that someone put together with a hammer.
I agree with that.
Just smashing random pieces together that don't make sense.
It's
just
so
in the hopes of making a final picture.
So confusing.
God damn
I don't
it.
even know what to say. So basically, they name drop Keanu Reeves constantly in this movie.
So much.
Which is so funny to me.
So much.
So they all hang out at Keanu Reeves' house.
And then stuff just happens.
Like the main girl loses her virginity to Noah Centineo, which is her boyfriend.
Good for you. The neck.
The neck. So I get that's like her boyfriend, whatever. And then there's a scene where we see this other guy and he's recording music in Nashville, but the producers say that they want his sound to be different.
They want your sound to be a little bit different.
Which is such a cliche.
Which comes out of nowhere. Which if you had not seen the
trailer to this
or read the synopsis, you're just like, who the fuck is this random ass guy
and why is he
playing a guitar in a sound studio? Makes no fucking sense.
No,
I guess. And then what even happens after that? They go back to the house.
So they go back to the house, and then this Nashville guy just shows up.
He just happens to be on the beach. He happens
to be on the beach, and he is bare ass naked.
I'm talking male cheeks, baby. Male cheeks.
Oh, stop it, please.
Supple.
I literally, he said that.
Yes.
He said that during the movie. He said that word. I'm not going to repeat it, but he said that word. And
What, supple?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, never say that ever again. And now he said it like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, it's fine. So after that happens, he's
also,
like, it's
sorry to interrupt. I have to say this while we're on the ass thing.
Yes.
Later in the movie when they're like, oh, we saw you butt ass naked.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I was baptizing myself in the ocean because I was in a new place. And they're like, oh, are you religious? And he's like, yes, I am. And then it never comes up again.
Also, like, you don't need to be naked when you get
Yes, you do.
baptized? You really
It's
don't.
a Jesus thing you don't understand.
No,
Jesus wants you to be naked.
no,
Okay.
no, Jacob. No.
All the time. You heard it here on this
No,
podcast.
that's not. No, stop it. Stop it. We're gonna
Trademark
cut
this
this out.
statement.
We're gonna cut this out.
No, we're not.
We're gonna cut it.
I edit this. It's not cutting that out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just gonna call this guy Nashville.
Sure. Also, did you mention Camilla yet?
Oh.
Okay, so main characters.
No,
Penny
okay.
is the main girl.
Yes.
Noah
and she's
Centineo is
like annoying, but she
No, okay.
doesn't really have a personality.
Penny, no personality other than the fact that she has a camera to film stuff with.
Noah
Noah,
Centineo.
a different character who's basically just a big fucking meathead.
No personality.
No
other
personality.
than his dad passed away and he's trying to cope with that. But he's not really a dick in this movie. Like he's not.
He's like a fucking plank of wood. He
He's
doesn't
fine.
do anything. He doesn't say anything. But he's afraid to surf because his dad died in a surfing accident.
Right.
Third, those are the two main characters. Third character is Camilla, who is Penny's cousin, whose personality is, I mean, how would you describe it? Neurotic, I would say.
I would describe
like extremely self-centered, but at
extremely
the same
self-centered
time,
and
like tries to be like the outgoing like flower child. Like, ooh,
Yeah,
look at me,
you're
I'm
right.
different. Like,
Mhm.
put
Just-
your phones down and like look
Literally.
at the sunset, guys.
literally.
But then at the same time is like always on social media. Like, you know, like
yeah.
is
that
trying to
one
prove that she's better than
person.
everybody. It just like, especially since living in LA the past couple of years, there are a lot of people that I've run into that are exactly like this.
Yeah.
So where
yeah.
they're trying to be all high and mighty, kind of above everyone else.
Yeah, but the thing
But
was
at the same time, they're just proving to everyone that they're just
That they're
a
just-
piece of shit. Like, you know,
yeah.
that's how our personality
Well, the
is.
thing was that in this movie, like a character like that would work in a situation where you're making fun of them, but
Right, but she never.
but she never was like a
It's never like it's never satirical.
no.
Or
Like a good
like
example
a caricature
of that.
of anything.
A
It's
good
just,
example of that would be like there's actually a character on The Good Place named Camilla.
Yes, you mentioned this during the movie.
And she is, I don't know, whoever has seen The Good Place, you'll know, but she's basically the sister to one of the main girls, and she's just like a piece of work. Like, she's an artist, and she's also like a musician, and she's won like every Grammy, and they like, there's this thing where it's like they renamed the Grammy the Camilla because she's won so many, and
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like they just like
I
blow
forgot about that.
up her personality so
Right.
much, and she does this one bit where she like goes up to another character named Chidi, and she like gestures her arms towards him, and she's like, all your fears are mine now. And
Yeah.
it's just so ridiculous.
yeah, this
and
is
funny.
it's exactly
That's
how
exactly how
this
this character was, but unironically, like she was
is.
just
Yes, like
yeah
in The Good Place, it's like a funny,
right
you know,
bit.
parody, and like
Yeah.
it's like a bit. But in this one, it's just like, nope, this is a serious
This
character.
is who
that
she is, and you're
trying- is
supposed to
written-
take her seriously in this movie.
You're supposed to like her too.
Yeah, that's true, but we
I
hated
fucking
her.
hate her. She's super annoying. But anyway, now Nashville is hanging out at the house because he's staying on the beach, sleeping in a tent, playing saxophone.
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea. That
I
never
don't
comes.
know.
He's literally
I-
playing a saxophone on the beach.
Good for him.
And then this
guess.
creepy lifeguard comes up,
And his name is
who is
Steve.
either 18 or 45.
Yeah, his age and face is very vague.
Very vague.
Very vague.
But he definitely seems older. His name is Steve.
Yeah,
and he
which is already funny because this entire movie is supposed to be like right after their senior year
right.
of high school. Like they had just graduated. They are now going into like a first year of college, but they're all like 23 and they don't look like they were supposed to be just right
No,
out of high school.
no.
So when Steve's there, it's like, oh shit, this dude's like 35.
Right.
This
But
is
in reality,
a weird
he
situation.
might be like the same age as all of them in real life,
Weird.
which is weird.
Very weird. But anyway, Nashville is staying on the beach in a tent. Steve comes up and is like, dude, you got to get your shit out of here. You can't sleep on the beach. And then Noah Centineo and Camilla and Penny come up
yeah.
and they're like, you can't kick him off the beach. Who gives? No
It was
one
like-
claims Mother Earth.
It was like
it's like this weird
whole
like
speech,
political like
rambling,
kind of farcical speech about like
like
no one can own
property,
sand.
and like it was so weird and out of place. And I was like, who got on their soapbox and just wrote this?
right?
Like,
right. It was
super
super weird. But then basically what comes out of that is Noah Centineo is like, oh, you know what, Nashville, go ahead and just stay in the house. And he's like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just hang out, and then at some
and then
point,
his girlfriend like is starting to like Nashville, but like Noah Centineo doesn't care because he's dealing with the death of his dad. So Noah
which
Centineo
he had already dealt with so long ago.
Well,
like, wasn't it a while ago?
I don't even know, but like I get that, you know, you're like
I
grappling
suppose.
with that. But there's a scene where they're at like a bonfire kind of thing, and Noah Centineo like leaves because for no reason, I don't know. He sees his girl and Nashville getting chummy, so he goes and he leaves and he goes to his dad's like shack thing.
Yeah,
and he gets on his motorcycle.
Garage.
Yeah. He gets on his motorcycle and goes, and no one sees him get on the motorcycle or hears him on the motorcycle. Then they're like, don't even remember his name in the movie.
Did Johnny
Where did
go to
Noah
bed?
go? Yeah, did he go to bed?
Like, you didn't hear the fucking motorcycle?
And he didn't call me. He's not returning my calls. Like,
oh, and it was an angry motorcycle ride
it was.
He grabbed his helmet so violently, and he did the thing, you know, where you kind of like when you move your shoulders back all the way, and then you just throw them forward with your arms straight, like to put on your jacket, like really violently. But he had the like angry eyebrowed look on his face, and he's just like,
yeah.
Motorcycle.
Also, gonna go on a tangent real quick.
Sure.
Speaking of Noah Centineo's jacket,
what?
His character only 9 times in this entire movie.
Yes.
Was wearing a shirt. No push-ups for me, people.
No push-ups for her. Although there was a caveat that we agreed on.
Yes.
There were a couple. I had declared I had decided that wetsuits didn't count as a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And if he was wearing a shirt, but all the buttons were open, and the shirt was essentially open.
And it was his bare chest.
And bare chest is shown. He's almost just essentially wearing sleeves at that point. That doesn't count. Either.
So let me put this into perspective for you. Noah Centineo is basically the main character in this movie. I mean, it's hard to say who is actually the main character because there is no plot. But he's essentially the main character in this movie. Think about how many times you see a main character in clothes, like, over the course of a movie.
I would say almost the whole movie.
The entire movie, probably. Only 9 times when this guy was in a scene did he have a shirt on.
Yeah, not 9 separate
times.
Like scenes.
Like scenes or outfits. Was he wearing a shirt?
That's impressive.
That's
insane.
We thought I was going to have to do so many push-ups because we were like, there's no way. But
we really
there
did.
was.
We really did.
There was.
So I don't even know where the plot goes.
I don't know.
From
So
here.
after
That's the most disappointing part about this movie is that it, like the review said that I read earlier, there is like 6 different plots going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
none of them are fleshed out in any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
None of them give you time to really digest what's happening in the story. It's just kind of characters talking about stuff, and then something happens to resolve whatever they were just talking about, and that's it.
Literally.
So that's why it's so difficult for me to be like, oh my God, what the hell even happened next?
You want part of it to be like, oh, like Noah Centineo is like getting over the death of his father and like stuff like that. But they resolve that probably 25 minutes in when he gets on a surfboard and he's like, because, okay, the whole thing about this, like his character at the beginning of this movie is that he's not going to surf anymore because his dad, you know, was killed in a surfing accident.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this movie, it is laid out. He doesn't like to surf anymore because of the death of his father, and she is a virgin and she's afraid to have sex. Then within 15 minutes of the movie starting, she has sex, and he goes surfing, therefore breaking his fear of surfing.
Plot points are solved.
Done. Plot points done.
Done.
But it's weird because the structure of that movie is exactly like that. It's like, let's introduce 2 plot points, virginity and surfing. Then immediately solved was virginity and surfing.
Then let's introduce 2 more, which is Nashville
and
with the music thing, and Camilla being a bitch.
I guess
don't know.
Just no one enjoying her presence. There's a part in this movie where Noah Centineo is just like, oh yeah,
everyone hates you.
Everything you say just seems fake.
Yeah. Which is what everyone's thinking.
Which is what everyone's thinking. So there you go. Like that's basically it.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, 20 minutes or so, those 2 plot points are settled.
Right.
And that's just kind of how the rest of the movie goes. Like,
I mean, I feel like it's not even worth mentioning all of the little tiny things that have happened in this movie. Like, I could just list them off for you right now. I could.
Do it.
Okay. So Noah Centineo ends up getting with Camilla, even though they hate each other.
But it was right after the lucid dream.
Oh, I was gonna get to that. So, but let's do it now.
From here on out, the rest of the review, not even a review.
It's not
the rest
even,
of us.
Yeah.
This conversation is going to be us just mentioning specific points in the movie that we just thought were outstanding, because everything else in this movie that happens is inconsequential.
Right.
So there's a part where Camilla's like, "Oh, Noah or Johnny, you should really try lucid dreaming. It'll help you get over your fear of surfing, even though you already did get over your fear of surfing." So she's like, "Just lay down and close your eyes." And then he just like kind of sits there and closes his eyes. And then, just like we said, we would connect the beginning of the film to right now. It turns into this weird acid trip, vaporwave synth party where he is like an 8-bit character and he's like riding a surfboard, and then like a butterfly is like, "Come fly with me."
And he was like, "Can I?" And then his like legs started lifting up. It was like,
and it looks super cool. I'm like, oh
I
my God.
did not like
outside of the context of this movie. If I was just like watching this and it was like a music video for like a Tame Impala song, I'd be like, this is fucking cool as hell. But in the context of the movie, I'm like,
I was
this
laughing the
makes
entire
no
time.
sense.
I was like,
no sense.
It's just laughable. Like, I was just sitting there like, is this really happening right now? Like,
Right.
What is going on? I was
for
just
no reason.
so confused for no reason. And it's like, this scene probably lasts like a minute and a half, right?
Mm.
And it's
you're talking about the scene with like
the scene, the lucid dream.
Yeah,
it
like a minute
lasts like a minute and a half,
probably.
and then after that, nothing happens. Like literally after that, it's like, let's go to the next scene. Like what? I don't know.
Yeah, that was it. But right after he wakes up from the lucid dream, him and Camilla kiss.
Which is why?
Why? Out of fucking nowhere does this happen?
He literally previously said, like maybe 5 minutes ago, that he just did not like her and was like, "You're fake and I hate you."
It was actually after he kissed her. It was actually, he kissed her and then they were talking for like 6 seconds and then he was like, "Oh yeah, you seem really disingenuous all the time."
Oh, okay.
And then she's like,
she's like, "Okay,
thanks."
And then he ends
and then
up
walks
like,
away and he's like, "Camilla, come back."
Literally.
No.
And then
neck.
And then neck.
And
then
sad.
the thing that's going on with the other two
Neck
is that like Nashville, something happens with the record label. And
so he is playing on a pier, and Penny, who likes to videotape everything, puts a video of him playing his song on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the record label sees it and is like, "Oh, cease and desist that dude," or cease and desist her, because she wasn't supposed to post it because he doesn't own that song.
Right.
She didn't have a right to post that video. That's why the record label contacted him.
And then like they raise some mass like hysteria, for lack of a better term, for everyone to call the record company and be like, "No, let him do what he wants," and then it ends up working out.
Yeah, no, it's like right.
Yeah.
That was a whole other plot point where he was in this thing with the record label and then immediately wasn't anymore.
It's just like so like inconsequential.
I can't not recommend this movie enough. It's such a waste of time.
It's the only part that I find worth watching was just the
supple
sheer
butts.
Please stop.
I'm sorry. The supple butt. Just one.
The only thing that I find I'm just gonna ignore you. The only thing that I find worth watching is for the pure shock value is the lucid dream sequence, and that's it.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was just, oh man.
I mean, what
also,
else?
The narration is awful during this movie.
Oh yeah, that's another
The
thing.
writing is so bad.
That's another thing. And this
also,
is
sorry, go.
You go. Finish what you're saying.
Well, they broke Keanu Reeves' disco ball.
They did, yeah. At the beginning of the movie, when they go in there, they're like, "Ooh, turn on the disco ball and let's play with it." And then I'm like, "Oh shit, Keanu Reeves has a disco ball." You know what? That actually seems accurate.
Legit. Yeah.
That seems legit. And then right at the end, they're like trying to clean the house. Camilla breaks the disco ball, and then he gets home, and the very last scene of the movie, which is the only time you see Keanu Reeves in the entire movie, other than just in a picture,
Yeah.
he looks up at his house in his ceiling and just goes, "Someone broke my disco ball."
Fade to black.
And then it cuts to black, and that's the end of the movie.
Literally, as soon as he said that, I was like, "Please cut, please cut." I was like, "Please end."
My fucking king.
Literally,
I love Keanu Reeves
love
so
Keanu.
much.
Keanu, if you're listening,
Keanu, if you're listening to this,
we love you.
I love you.
I love you.
John Wick 3 is amazing. I'll say it again.
Okay.
I'll say it again.
So I'm just gonna go through
real quick before you get there.
Yes,
on the idea, or on the part of the narration.
Oh yes.
There was no point to having narration in this movie.
No, there was no point.
Other than the fact that the writers were lazy, and they were like, how do we explain stuff that's happening off screen?
Yeah.
Let's just have a disembodied voice say what's happening, but then never mention once who that
it
voice is.
Or like, which sometimes is fine in movies, but in this case it just felt
it's
so
extremely
like
unnecessary,
disjointed, and
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, maybe this is her in the future.
That's what I thought too.
And she's like reminiscing on the
summer
of 2016 that we'll never get back.
I guess.
It's a great meme. Have you seen that meme?
No.
Where it's like like a graph, and at like the bottom it's like the rest of my life, and then like up here all the way at the top was like summer of 2016. It's like, I don't know. It's a meme. Shut up. I don't know.
Okay.
It actually works for me because it was right after I graduated high school, and that summer was awesome.
I was gonna say, my summer 2016 was, I don't know, not notable, but the couple months after the summer of 2016 were absolute trash.
So your first couple months of sophomore year?
Yes, trash.
Just bad. But that's not the meme though. It's the summer of 2016.
Yeah, I know. I'm just okay. Let's move on.
Widen your meme culture.
Okay, fine.
It's very offensive to me that you just didn't know that.
All right.
Anyway,
I'll be better.
Back on the narration. I'm never gonna fucking finish this.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
It already annoys me when narrators are in movies that don't need to be, but when they're just there to explain like plot, and then they are forgotten to be like they are forgotten throughout the movie, and then they just kind of put them in at random spots, it just pisses me off so much.
Yeah, I agree.
It just really upsets me. It's super annoying.
Yeah.
And it was just didn't need to be in this movie.
Unnecessary.
At all.
We could have figured it out, like, without that.
What? Oh, you mean, okay, yeah, like we could have figured out the fucking plot.
We could have figured out the plot. So I'm gonna
just really quick, let's
segue into the predictions with a quote from Jacob.
Oh, here we go.
It says, and I quote, "Shut the hell up, you tan, wimpy armed fuck."
I was talking about Steve the lifeguard.
Steve.
He was just like randomly shirtless because he had never been shirtless before this scene.
That's true.
And he made a comment, and he was just like, "At least I look tan," or something. And I was like, "Shut the fuck up, you tan, wimpy armed fuck."
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
He had like, his chest was ripped and everything, but his arms looked like toothpicks. So I was just like, "Oh, you have wimpy arms."
Oh no.
Yeah, let's do some plot predictions. Mine was we will see Noah Centineo's ass cheeks, which we didn't. However,
we
did see
someone else's
Nashville's ass cheeks, which I think his name was Ash.
His name was Ash in the movie. I don't know what his actor name.
Don't fucking care.
I don't know what his real name is.
His actor name. I don't fucking care. All I know is I got to see them supple cheeks.
Can you?
I will never stop, and the more you tell me to stop, the more I will do it. Let's see. I wrote, "She will chose neither. She's an independent woman." That's not true. She actually cheated on her boyfriend.
And her boyfriend was okay with it.
And her boyfriend cheated on her. And so they were
cousin.
Totally... With her cousin. Oh, my God. I just remembered that she was her cousin.
Camilla and
so fucked.
Penny are cousins.
That's so fucked up.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Noah, you dog. What are you doing? Jesus.
Well, Camilla, too.
Yeah, but more... No, more Camilla.
More
I would say. It's actually, yeah. So being an independent woman, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
And then I said double date. That didn't even have to happen.
Didn't.
Like
that was a way better idea than anything in this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
That actually happened.
You know, in the preview for this movie, they really made it seem like there was going to be a love triangle.
Drama.
There was no triangle.
No.
It was like a straight line to one, and then that broke, and then a straight line to the other.
That's very true.
There was no triangle at all, in the slightest.
Yeah.
So those are my predictions for plot.
Okay.
What were yours?
Mine were love triangle with overage celebrity. That did not happen.
Although Pamela Anderson was in this movie.
She was.
Because
briefly.
they're in Malibu and she ran by and
and they were like
Nashville, who's from Nashville, was like, was that Pamela Anderson?
And Noah Centineo
just goes, welcome to Malibu. I'm like, this is
funny.
the most pretentious LA thing to ever fucking happen in a movie, and it pisses me off.
Literally.
What else did you say?
I also said that there would be a performance at the end, which is kind of true. Because Nashville gave a little music video performance at the end.
not a music video. He performed at the Viper Room.
Oh, that's true.
Which is cool because they actually used
the actual
a venue.
Viper
they used
Room.
the name of a venue.
I don't know if the actual.
Well, I don't know if they actually shot in the Viper Room or not.
Well, that's cool that they used a real venue.
They used the name of the venue, which I guess is kind of cool.
I guess. And then I said Noah Centineo will cheat on someone, which is basically true.
That's 100% true.
It's true.
That's 100% true. What do you?
But also, she cheated on him, so it's like I don't.
Yeah, but
really
that doesn't negate the. No, it's 100% true.
All right.
Let's see quotes. I said, Keanu, your career will not be affected by this movie, which it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Honestly,
it wasn't.
He was a gem.
He was.
He was a gem.
Go Keanu.
Go Keanu. And then I said, it's me or surfing, which never happened.
Damn.
But I will say. Actually, you know what? Give me your quote predictions, and if it came true, and then I will bring up some quotes that I wrote down from this movie.
Ah, yes.
Because they're bad.
They're so bad. This was the best summer ever. That didn't happen, which made me sad.
No, what didn't even come close to
I don't want to
happening.
be your second choice. That didn't happen because there was no love triangle. And then
we were thinking too cliche with this movie.
Yeah.
And I think the writers were thinking, let's just
open up a dictionary and point to a word
and just try to make a plot point out of that.
Yeah, a sentence. And then
so out of the
should have worn or like I don't even remember how I worded this, but it was like if you didn't want to get burned, like you should have worn sunblock, which didn't happen. But
I mean, this isn't.
You know how we were talking about like I thought it was extremely
exciting. Are
exciting.
they going to say sunscreen or are they going to say SPF?
We were like, are they going to say sunscreen or SPF? And then I said, oh no, they're not going to name drop the name of the movie SPF 18, but they did. Do you remember that?
I did.
It was on a random stick of sunscreen that Camilla had that was like pretentious, and it was literally SPF 18.
Yes, and
annoying.
It said Icarus on the side of it.
Yeah, and she was like, Icarus, he flew too close to the sun, and his wings got burned.
And then Steve's like, good story, nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was annoying.
There was so much of this movie were scenes that I feel like weren't fully written, but then they were like, ooh, if we just put a ton of these together, it'll be good enough to make a full film.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I think that's 100% what this movie was.
I agree.
A ton of non-finished scenes that became a final product.
Absolutely.
I think that's exactly what this was.
Absolutely.
So let's see what I wrote down for quotes. Glow in the dark or tingly warm?
Ew.
Yeah, it was right before Penny and Johnny are about to have sex for the first time. She pulls out 2 condoms from her bra.
I was so uncomfortable.
Says, glow in the dark or tingly warm? And I was like,
please, no.
What?
No.
Please stop.
Please stop.
I don't want this.
No one needs that.
And then, okay, this one was one that I think they knew I think they knew it was going to come across bad, and that's why they laughed about it after. But Nashville lets Penny play his saxophone, and she's like, I don't know how to play. And he's like, that's all right. I'll finger, you blow. And I'm like, haha, every band kid
knows that
in the
joke.
country is laughing right now because they're like, oh, he said a band joke. Haha. That was shit that I said in like 7th grade advanced band.
Yeah.
People were like, could you finger it? And then I was like, I play drums, so I'll bang you.
Oh my gosh.
See, you weren't in band for long as I was.
Okay. I was like,
I played flute for a year.
I was in advanced band when I was in 7th grade.
Actually,
no, that's not true. I was in. Wait.
You were in beginning band.
No, I was in beginning band. Never mind.
You're fucking pleb.
True.
fucking pleb.
True. Shout out to... Wait, no, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah,
Never mind.
Don't
Never
say
mind.
the name.
No.
Shout out to our ex-band director
Yeah.
at blank middle school.
Yeah.
Just realized
In blank
in
a
blank city, America.
blank state.
We can say America.
We say America.
We can say America.
We say
What's what else I wrote? And then I wrote one more. It's right when Tex got done, not Tex.
I was like, who's Tex?
Nashville.
Honestly, if you would have went with that, I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, it's a state, and
Yeah.
I don't care
Okay.
about this fucking film. He gets done with his performance on the pier,
Mm-hmm.
and it cuts to a random person in the audience,
Oh,
claps,
yes.
turns to her mom, and says, "I think I'm in love. I want to make him into a body pillow."
Oh, yeah.
I have so many fucking questions,
But we're not going to address them
but
right
I
now.
don't care enough because this movie is throwaway.
All right. Did you want to go over your left field prediction real quick?
You know,
We already all know what it was.
we know that what I wanted. I wanted an explosion.
And did
Was
it happen?
there an
Was there?
explosion? Not even close.
There wasn't even a fire.
There was an explosion in Noah Centineo's pants.
Oh my. No, there wasn't. You're so dumb. No, there wasn't.
So he wasn't wearing pants? Or like...
There was no explosion
Oh.
that I know of, that we know of.
Oh, right, because they were wearing the glow-in-the-dark.
They were...
I
Okay,
get
no,
you.
stop.
I get you.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so...
What was your left field prediction?
Oh, it was that we were going to get a Breakfast Club reference.
Which, you know, we didn't get a Breakfast
It
Club
low-key
reference,
happened.
but at the end of the movie, the narrator basically says, so Penny ended up getting with the guy that she didn't think she would get with, and the girl, and the original guy, which is basically their
It
way
was
of
a
saying...
nod to like the
their-
basket
their way of
case,
saying-
the whatever,
Well, not really. I mean, it's their way of being like, she gained a different boyfriend and now she has other
different
friends along the way.
relationships.
Like things that she didn't expect to happened with like her friendships, which
guess.
is essentially exactly the Breakfast Club. It's like
But-
a group of people that are put into this situation that are completely unrelated to each other. They're all there
That's
for their
true,
own
but
reasons.
that's not what
and then
this
they
movie
become
was.
really good friends.
That's not what this was, though.
No, not even fucking close. I'm really stretching
You're
this.
just stretching.
I'm really,
You really want me to be
I'm
right.
really stretching this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's only because Molly Ringwald was in this movie.
Yeah. For like 2 minutes.
Yeah, again, she was on set for maybe a day,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Here's a lot of money. Come
Yeah.
and be you." And she was like,
And
"Okay, for sure."
come and be you. Oh, and then also I guess we already addressed the 10 push-up thing. I did not do 10 push-ups. His
Nope.
shirt was only on 9 times.
Nope.
So
All right,
Jacob, what would you rate this film?
it's out of 10, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna rate this film. This is hard because okay. I'm gonna rate this 2 skinny-armed fucks out of 10.
Right on.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
will also give this 2 out of 10, but it's going to be 2 lucid dream butterflies out of 10.
Oh,
Oh,
that butterfly was very cute.
It was cute. It was cute.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to the
that's
end.
all we need to say.
I mean, we said so much, but yet so little at the same
So
time.
little. If you stayed with us for this long,
Thank you.
and I'm sorry.
We really appreciate your support.
Yeah.
Tune in next week where hopefully I don't have the urge to kill myself after watching the film. But I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Thanks, Keanu.
Thank you, Keanu.
We love you.
We love you. Also, shout out to Paul Rudd. Paul
Who?
Rudd.
Oh,
Paul Rudd.
the unproblematic men of Hollywood.
We love you.